All right. Welcome, Zoomians. We are thrilled you all decided to join us for the very first ever CICE Virtual College Fair. We are hosting you from Community Living York South, zooming from the Greater Toronto Area all the way out to the Thunder Bay in the north, Niagara in the south, Belleville in the east, and Windsor in the west, and all over Ontario in between. We have a packed program for you today, and we are going to begin with a very exciting topic of housekeeping. Number one, my name is Sadia, and I work at Community Living York South, and I'm delighted to serve as one of your hosts today. My co-host, Monica, just gonna wave at the screen, and she's a parent of a feature student, will be my co-host. Our wonderful tech supports, Zainab and Janthony, and they're going to monitor our chats and keep us all on track. Number two, we ask everyone to please keep your microphones off so we can all hear the speakers better. We think most of your questions will be answered in the chat, in the Q&A section later on. If not, or if you have a problem, please write it into the chat box in the lower central part of your screen, as you can see here. You'll see a small little icon on your screen. And Zainab and Anthony will help you. You can write in the general chat, or you can send a private message by finding them on the participant list and clicking on their names. And you will see their names as Virtual College Fair Breakout Room Support and Virtual College Fair Tech Support. Number three, if you would like to interact despite being on mute, you can use the reaction buttons in the chat. You click on the chat box, click on reactions, and try out some of the symbols to share your views. Number four, we also ask everyone to please keep your camera turned off unless you are one of the college representatives or guest speakers, so that we don't come across any bandwidth issues. And the camera, you can see on the screen, you will see a little video icon. That's where you can click on and keep it off. This is on and this is off. Number five, we will be recording this session today for those who couldn't join us. If you don't feel comfortable, please remember to keep your camera turned off and stay muted. Number six, why are we all here today? In a nutshell, to bust the two top myths about CICE. Myth number one, CICE programs are all the same, just located in different parts of Ontario. Myth number two, future students and their parents are automatically informed about the CICE programs during high school. False and false. One of the main reasons for this fair is to help future students better compare CICE programs to each other. One of the ways we are doing that is with our so-called snapshots of different programs. They ran on a loop before we got started today, and you can find them on our virtual fair webpage of the Community Living York South website. And I'm just going to show you our website where you can, and you can find all the snapshots over here. Please understand the details we gather on the snapshots and other information pages were according to our understanding and what was accurate when the time we did our research. But in life, things change. So it is very important that you check the details with the individual colleges to see if there are any updates. This is especially important regarding admission requirements and dates. Number five, here is what we will be covering today. Our agenda for today. What does CICE look like? What is the same about the CICE programs? How do I become a CICer? And what is different about CICE programs? And you will have an opportunity to go into breakout rooms for your Q&A sessions with the college representatives. And don't forget to come back because we will be doing some draws to win some prizes and swag. And followed by what happens after CICE. All right, Zoomians, let's get going. I'll hand the screen over to our very first speaker, Caitlin Thor, who will show us what CICE looks like. If you want to ask a question, you can write it in the chat. Please help me welcome Caitlin.
Thank you, everyone. Hello, I'm Caitlin Thur. I am a graduate from the CICE program. I graduated earlier this year before COVID happened, and I'm currently a student in the Career Pathways program. So if I can get your attention, Tom, who is the man with the pumpkin beside him, will be answering questions associated with Mohawk for today. So let's get the presentation started. Assuming someone has the presentation.
Yes, I will.
Since it's not on my computer, as another classmate of mine who's my partner in this has it, but he cannot make it today.
No worries. Just bear with me. I'll share it.
All right, so this is the CICE program at Mohawk College, and this slideshow was developed by myself, Chase Grice, who's the other student that could not make it here today, with some help from Mohawk College's marketing, and Deanna, who's our job coordinator. So, hello! Again, my name is Caitlin Thrower, and the man on the left is Chase. We are currently students at Mohawk College, and we created this position with our job developer, Deanna Akins, who I'll talk about later, to spread word about the CICE program to high school students in reaching a post-secondary goal. We are here to talk to you about both our experiences in college and the journey we took to get to post-secondary. Next slide, please. So CICE stands for, here are some, CICE stands for Community Integration Through Cooperative Education. Next slide, please. At Mohawk College, we love both the teachers and the students. In the pictures here, these are some fun moments that we had on campus, again, prior to COVID-19 happening. So outside is the first day orientation, where there will be lots of people to chat with. Food trucks will be serving you food. At the bottom is cooking club, and at the top right is the lab that we use for our programs. Next slide. So what is the CSE program at Mohawk College? It is a 2-year college certificate course where you can gain self-advocacy skills, build professional skills, support your post-secondary exploration, and also provide you with workplace experiences. Who would apply to this CSE program, you may ask? Individuals with a strong interest in gaining a college experience or students with a demonstrated need for academic support. Next slide after that. So here are some more pictures of both staff and students. There's some more clubs being shared. There we have an outside garden if you have a strong interest in gardening. There's me at the bottom of the page. Next slide. Oh, you skipped over the supports.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay. All right. And some more pictures of both staff and students. Next slide. More pictures.
Can you describe the pictures, please, Caitlin?
All right, so these pictures come from a combination of both classes that we have inside the college. Like the top left picture is during art club, where students for about an hour or so could engage in art activities. The bottom left is one of our former classmates, and I believe a graduate of the program, with Elle, who is one of our learning facilitators, very nice woman. At the middle left, I want to say, that's when me and my classmates did a presentation and everyone got to sit in on that. Middle right is Jeanette, who is one of the other learning facilitators with, I forget his name, gosh darn it.
She's a
And
student at Mohawk College. She's in this program, this girl that's talking.
thanks.
Also, I'd like to jump in about the clubs. The clubs are all student-led and based on their interests. So these pictures just kind of reflect how successful they can be being student-run. When someone's really interested in doing something, they're going to go for it. So,
Like we had a video game club at the college for those who want to do or have a strong passion in video games. We have an art club, as I mentioned earlier, that was student-led. We have a writing club that I believe Tom is leading. If you have a,
Program is offered in
if you love writing,
for Humber.
basically clubs can be ran by whoever, as long as they just have a strong feeling. So this right here is a sample schedule of semester 1 and 2.
This is what you would be taking.
The beige ones are your mandatory classes that you have in the program, and the light palish blue purples are for your electives, which you take one in semesters 1 and 2, and then take 2 in semesters 3 and 4. The bright red in the middle of Wednesday is Common Hour, which I'm not sure if any of the other colleges have, where basically from 12 to 1 on Wednesday, all classes end, and you're basically allowed to do many fun things on the campus. We've had goat yoga, we've had outside outside slides, we've had therapy animals come in one year or one semester.
You get to pick electives, just like high school. I don't know what they offer.
And electives, for those who are wondering, are your pretty much, you want to pick something that you might want to enjoy. So electives are a fun little sampling of what you might want to go into. So for my example, I went with sociology and psychology as my electives. And I enjoyed both because I already knew I wanted to do something, but I want to learn more with those. As for the college partnerships, we work alongside many other programs, such as photography, where there's this project known as the Ability Project, where students who are interested get to be paired up with a photography student, and they'll be having a photo of themselves doing something that they love. Here are some more pictures. There are 2 within the garden. We also support Best Buddies, as that's a program that we have in the college.
the top right was a fundraising event for I think the Sexual Assault Center in Hamilton.
I think.
Yeah, it was for in Girls Club. They put together a fundraising event.
Mm-hmm.
Very successful. It was Sasha and the suicide prevention.
That would make sense. I didn't go to Girls Club, so. And at Mohawk, we also inspire students to be sustainability leaders of tomorrow. We have solar panels on the top of the place. We have our own garden. We have our own little farmer's market where fresh produce is sold. And we got bikes that you can ride along and rent. So thank you.
Good job.
All right, thank you so much, Caitlin. It
You're
seems
welcome.
very clear that you had many interesting and fun experiences during your time in the program.
Oh yeah, I love the program. It's honestly one of the best things I ever decided to do with my life, honestly.
And well, thank you, Caitlin, once again for kicking off our virtual fair. Next, let's take a look at what is the same about CICE programs. And I'm going to hand it over to Monica to lead us to the next session.
Maybe her.
Oh, Monica, you're on mute.
Hi, everyone. Thanks again, Caitlin. That was great. I really liked it so much that you were able to share yourself with us, your experience, rather than us hearing it secondhand from someone else. Thank you. So, what is the same about CICE programs? Well, the name, as Caitlin mentioned, is Community Integration through College Education. Let's let Sadia catch up with her. There we go. Okay, and next slide. It's post-secondary education. That means it's the kind that comes after high school, and it's a 2-year program. At the end of the program, you receive a certificate. So you can use that to put it on your resume to increase your chances of getting a job. You can use it to increase your chance of getting into another college program like Caitlin did, or you can just put it on your wall and enjoy it. It promotes 3 kinds of skills. It promotes academic skills, the kind that you learn in the classroom. It promotes vocational skills, the kind you need to get a job. And it promotes social skills, the kind you need to interact with other people. There are 2 kinds of classes. The first kind is the kind that you take with all the other CIC students in your group. They're the same. They're called core classes because they're the basis or the foundation of the program. The second kind of class that you take is according to the subjects or work that interests you. These are different for each of the CICE programs in your group, unless another person in your group also shares your interests. These are called elective classes because they are your choice. Every college has different kinds of elective classes to choose from. These are just a few examples. Animal care, business, carpentry, computers, construction, culinary, which means about food, early childhood education, fitness and recreation therapy, horticulture, which means about plants, motive power, which means about cars or vehicles, office administration, natural environment, welding, personal support worker, and it goes on and on. Every college provides different kinds of tutoring or learning support. They can have different forms. One kind is a 1-to-1, 2-to-1, or 3-to-1 support at a specific time for each student at the same time every week. This is with a learning facilitator. There's also often drop-in time at the same time every week. The learning facilitator makes the time available, and whichever CIC student likes can simply choose to join or not. There is time that the student can book specifically with a learning facilitator, and some programs have regular time with an academic advisor to keep on track with the program and your overall goals. All the different colleges have different mix and match about these kinds of approaches. Every college has field or work placements. These are a really important part of every program. So there might be 2 or 3 over the course of 2 years. The college will help you figure out what's the right kind for you. Sometimes the first one is right on the college campus so that you will feel comfortable getting started. And then later ones are often outside of the college campus in the community somewhere. And you'll be expected to go there from the college back and forth on your own. There are examples of the work placements in the videos on college websites, in our CICE cinema pages. The college staff might be showing you some during the questions and answers. And we've also collected some examples on the snapshots that you saw at the beginning of the program and which you can find on our website. We're going to post the link to that later on. All CICE programs have an application process. You can't just show up on the first day. You have to ask to join. You have to ask in the right way, and you have to ask at the right time. We're going to talk more about that later on. All CICO programs cost money. This might come to $3,800 to $4,300 per year for tuition and fees, and that doesn't account your living expenses. So there are different types of ways to pay for it. Some of these include an RESP. This is a savings account that parents set up for their children. There is OSAP. This is money the government loans to some students. This usually needs to be paid back, all of it or some of it, after you finish your program. There is passport funding. This is money the government provides for some of the students for some school-related expenses. It does not need to be paid back after studies are finished. There is a disability bursary provided by the government for some students. It does not need to be paid back. Also, every college has bursaries and scholarships. This is money that individual college provides for individual students. You have to apply for each one, and it does not need to be paid back. All of the programs in Ontario are given in English, except for one program that is conducted in French. That is La Cité College in Ottawa. They were not able to join us today, but we have their website information on our snapshots, and you are invited to go and look at their website if you're interested in taking a CICE program in French. The most important goal of all the CICE programs is to help the students to achieve more of their potential, to gain confidence and become self-advocates. The next most important goals are shared and promoted by all of the programs, but individual colleges often lean more in one direction than the others. One of the goals is to allow students to experience college life. And an example of a college that might lean a little bit more in that direction is Humber in Toronto. Another goal is to act as a bridge for students who want to enter the workforce after college. One example of a college that might lean a little more in that direction is St. Lawrence, Kingston, Brockville, and Cornwall campuses. Goal number 3 is to act as a bridge for students who want to enter a regular college program after they finish CICE. An example of a college that might lean in that direction is Sault College in Sault Ste. Marie. It's really important when you compare the different programs that you don't just look at which one is closest to your house. It's an important question, but it's only one. You also should ask yourself, do I like the elective classes it offers? And you should also ask yourself, do I mostly want to experience college life, or do I mostly want a bridge to find work, or do I mostly want a bridge to get in another college program? Figuring out the answers to those 3 questions will help you choose the best fitting CICE program for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica, for going through what is the same about the CICE programs. Now moving on to the next, we're going to watch a short video.
we've been really fortunate with the CICE students. We started this partnership about 3 years ago when we hired young Tessa and another fellow out of the program. We started with little things like answering the telephone when other lock stations were calling, and now you know, there's not a boat that comes to our lock that she doesn't greet personally and strike up a conversation with. In terms of her responsibilities, she likes to take control of a job and run with it. So things like grass cutting, she's done all the grass cutting and weed eating at her lock for the last 2-3 years. She does things like change the garbages. She does things like track her boat stats every month and input them into the computer. She does anything from her own admin work on the computer. About a year ago, we came up with this new technology of tablets for our actual boat tracking. Again, I think a lot of the CICE program does stuff on tablets. These kids come to us with an already hands-on experience with it, and to be honest with you, they're better than a lot of our senior guys at using this technology. And we've been nothing but impressed with the kids that have come out of Fleming College CICE program.
So this was a video by Fleming College, and according to the college, the young woman in the video graduated and was hired to work for Parks Canada. What a great accomplishment. Moving on. Now I'm going to hand it back over to Monica to go through how to become a CICEer. Monica, on mute.
Thanks, Sadia. So there are 2 parts you need to get ready for to become a CICEer. One is the application, and the other is the interview. One is online and one is usually in person. So step 1, do you have a personal email account? One that belongs to your parent doesn't count. One that your high school gave you, like GAPS, doesn't count. If you do have a personal email account, great. Start getting in the habit of checking your inbox once in a while. If you don't have a personal email account, please create one. Not only because you will need it for college applications, but because this is a general expectation for independent adults, like you. Be sure to write your chosen email name and password in a safe place. Step 2, make sure that the application deadline has not passed. It's the 1st of November to start in May of the next year. It's the 1st of February to start in September of the next year. There's no strict deadline for January, so check with the college if they have a January intake. Now, what if the deadline has passed? Don't worry, it's not so bad. You can still apply if they have space. Check with your chosen college. Step 3, go to the website, ontariocolleges.ca, unless you want to go to Humber College. If you want to go to Humber College, go to their website directly, follow the steps there, and please be careful. They have different admission requirements than other colleges. For everywhere else, the first time you visit the Ontario College's website, you create an account. You're going to need your email address to do that. And you're going to need to create another password. Again, remember to write it down in a safe place. Every time you visit the website after that first time, you will log in to that account. Step 4, click on the apply button. Be careful, there are 2. There's one for Canadian students and one for international students. Also be careful before you start the process that you check the admission requirements for each college. They're not all the same. Once you've done that, fill out all the information requested in the application form. If you need help with the application on the Ontario College's website, there are two really excellent places to get help. One is a live chat. You can find it on the lower right corner of the homepage. They have people there ready to chat with you between 8:30 to 7 on weekdays. Or they have a free phone line that is staffed, again, between 8:30 and 4 on workdays. They are waiting to help you with any of your questions. Step 5, submit your application. You have to pay $95 to do that. That $95 lets you apply for 5 different programs. It is a good idea to apply for several programs because you might not receive an offer for your first choice or your second choice, or maybe even your third choice. Also, it all costs the same. Very soon after you submit your application, you'll receive a confirmation email that the site received it. If after a day or so you don't receive a confirmation email, something may have gone wrong. Check and see whether you actually sent it. Step 6, wait for the college to send you an invitation for an interview. How long will this take? I don't know. It's a good question to ask the colleges perhaps this afternoon when you go into the question and answer site. Some of the colleges might, before you get asked to an interview, ask you to fill out another application form of their own. Now we come to interview. The college will communicate with you to arrange a time and a place. Usually this is at the college, but right now it might be virtually. It might take an hour and a half. They are trying to see if you are a good fit for their program. So they might ask you things like, what were your favorite parts of school? What do you like to do in your spare time? What kind of jobs do you like to do? What kind of jobs do you prefer not to do? Do you participate in any sports or clubs? Do you volunteer anywhere? And more of those kinds of things. You might be asked to bring some documents. A document from your doctor or your school that talks about how you learn. A statement you wrote about yourself as an introduction and to show if you're comfortable with writing. References, for example, from a teacher who knows you well. Most likely, the person who accompanied you to the interview is going to be asked to wait outside of your interview room. This is because an important expectation is to show independence, and this is one way to show it. At the end of the interview, they will thank you for coming and let you know by when you can expect to hear whether you were accepted into the program. If you receive an offer of acceptance, hooray! Time to celebrate, begin preparing for college life. If you receive a message that the college is not offering you a spot, don't worry. There are some things that you can do. You could find out if there is a wait list that you can get on in case some of the students who were accepted for the spots don't go into that program. You can find out if you can move your application to the next intake period. For example, if the college has a January or May intake when you applied for September. You could find out if the college has a suggestion about how you can improve your chances in future. For example, if there was a concern about your independence in taking public transportation for your work placements, you could practice that and then apply again. So those are the main pieces. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica, for going through how to become a CICer. Moving on, we are now going to go into breakout rooms where you will have an opportunity to speak to the different college representatives. In the chat, our tech support has indicated if you can please change rename yourself with your first name, last initial, and the group that you want to go into. So we have North, where it's, I'm gonna put in the colleges here.
You can even just put in your college selection instead of putting zone, if that's easier. You can just put your college selection beside. Otherwise, I'll go over them. North is Confederation College, Sioux College, and Georgian. South is Niagara College and Mohawk College. East is Fleming College, Loyalist College, and St. Lawrence College. West is Lambton College and St. Clair College. And Central, we have Durham College and Humber College.
All right, everyone, welcome back.
You're still getting people coming in? Yeah, I think you're.
And we just ask everyone, please stay muted. If you can mute yourself, that would be great. We're just going to give it another second for everyone to join back, and we will get started to the next items on our agenda.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you to all the college representatives who squeezed an enormous amount of information into just under 40 minutes. We apologize. I know we had taken a little bit over time trying to get everyone into groups, but we appreciate everyone's patience while we handle that. And once again, thank you to the college representatives. Now we will hear from a graduated student, Elliot Smith, about after CICE. Elliot, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Hi, my name is Elliot Smith, and I am a graduate of the CICE program at Sir Sandford Fleming College in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. At Fleming College, I took elective courses mostly in the business stream, even though many focused on sports management, as this is my area of interest. My work placements were at Vinnie's Thrift Shop in my first year, and in second year, I was very fortunate to work for the Peterborough Petes, the OHL Ontario Hockey League team. I was the recipient of the Ellen Murphy Award for the Most Improved Student and Highest Academic Achievement. I received the Honor Roll and Dean's List for all 4 semesters. My favorite part of the CICE program is that I got to experience what it was like being at college for the first time. We had a course called the Community Service Learning Project, where we were able to do fundraising for the community organizations while also earning a course credit. It was through these fundraisers that I met Cody Crowley, an undefeated UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship champion, who turns out to also be the cousin of my support worker, Mike Bowers, who is not just a disability advocate, he's also a First Nations youth advocate since these are First Nations. I want to share with you about life after graduation. I was hired last summer to work as the first ever youth amplifier for Jay's Care Foundation. My role is to advocate for the challenger baseball athletes so that they can be successful on and off the diamond. Though most of my role has been virtual since the pandemic hit with COVID-19. I also have been writing for Outfox magazine for a few years, and right here is my Outfox magazine shirt. And now I continue to write for them for Outfox magazine and for the ongoing few years. I am the sports and entertainment correspondent as well. I write about disabled athletes who have made it into pro sports to help others believe that anything is possible. I also interviewed for and was offered positions on the Adult Autism Advisory Committee for Carey's Place and the Youth Advisory Committee for Grandview Children's Center in Oshawa. I am able to offer advice on programs they are offering so I can continue to advocate for disabled youth and adults. I also am attending a program through the Abilities Center in Whitby to help me with my life skills and independence called Pathways, as well as I attend a virtual program 1 day a week called Employment Works through Carey's Place to help me find work in my area of interest. I continue to be very active and am involved in a ton of sports leagues, including Durham Region Challenger Baseball League in Whitby, my Advanced All Abilities Soccer League through MLSE Foundation at the Pickering Soccer Dome in Pickering, Ontario, Canada, and my Mixed Abilities Rugby League in Oshawa at the Oshawa Vikings Rugby Club at Vikings Field near Durham College in Oshawa. I also like to do archery because it helps me build self-confidence and self-esteem. So I can play archery every week on the first autistic archer team ever in Canada. So life after graduation is everything I hoped it could be as I continue to be involved in lots of programming and community events. I hope all of you apply for the CICE program, as it is a good program to help you learn about how to be independent and how to look after yourself. I have made many friends and still stay in touch with them. I learned that I am a person who can do hard things, and I believe you will learn the same thing. I am now writing a book called Impossible. Get it, with an apostrophe in the middle of the I and the M. I am possible, but it also could mean that I am impossible. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible if you put your mind to it. I am writing on my life and giving other youth hope that they can too be successful. I have written 5 chapters so far and hope to have done it within the next year. Thank you for having me, and I wish you all the best in applying for the CICE program. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elliot. Just sharing some pictures of Elliot that he shared with us. Elliot, you want to talk a little bit about your pictures?
Yes.
And it seems like
that was at the weigh-in back in October of 2019, where I met Cody Crowley at the weigh-in with his cousin Mike Bowers, who's my support worker and First Nations Youth Advocate. There's my graduation photo for college, saying there's no disability. And then there's a photo of me in my apartment with my college certificate and my Ellen Murphy Award for being the most improved student.
Oh, awesome.
Hold on.
It seems like since graduation, you are successfully working on several careers all at once.
Hi.
That's fantastic.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, thank you so much, Elliot. Moving
Hi.
on. Moving on, now we will hear from graduated student. Actually, now we will get a brief impression about CICE program from a current student, Yvonne Spicier. So I'm going to hand it over to
Excuse me.
Yvonne.
Excuse me. What?
Yvonne, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Someone is asking something and you just cut them off.
Oh, sorry. We can type it in. I'm not sure who it was, but please feel free to type it into the chat, and we will try to answer your question. Yvonne, I'm going to pass it over to you to talk about your, as you are a current CICE student, to talk about your experience.
Nadia, can you put Yvonne's information up?
Yes.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I have it up on my screen. Thank you.
Great.
Good afternoon. My name is Yvonne Spicer. I live in London, Ontario, and I'm attending the CICE program for the second time, at this time at Fanshawe College, and the first time at Conestoga College in Kitchener. I am taking the ECE focus courses as an elective in this program. I've graduated from the CICE program at Conestoga in a business focused program. I received the Neil Itchison Scholarship Award from the Alumni Department in Conestoga College in Kitchener. I being the face of the CICE program in Kitchener, of a graduate, of someone who participated and can show anyone it is possible. I have had placements before when I attended Conestoga in volunteering at a school store, working at my old high school called Craig Kilberger Secondary School, the Halton Resource Connection, and Tiger G Elementary School. My favorite part of the CICE program is learning in new computer programs to enhance my learning skills of what I can use to advocate, pursue my academic career, and career-focused program choices, I find that the technology I'm learning is very useful to use on my computer equipment to support me throughout the program. Now, my advice to future CICE program students is to involve learning as much as you can, as it will lead you to a promising job or a leadership role, to thriving as a leader, to taking an opportunity to becoming a successful advocate in speaking up for people with disabilities. I do have some photos to share, so I will do that in a minute. If you would like to speak to me further, you can contact me at my email at Spicer Advocate, as I am an advocate and I've been doing it for over 10 years with Community Living Ontario, Inclusion Canada, and a number of other organizations. You can call me or text me at 905-805-2455 and I will get back to you. Thank you. And I'm going to share with you a picture of me showing that you guys can apply for scholarships and receive it. As you guys, anything is possible as long as you work hard and achieve anything. Now, here's the picture of me, the face of the CICE program. So this means anything is possible. And there's also the award, which is
Spencer,
$5,000. Thank
you. Wow, thanks so much, Yvonne. Now, oh, this is amazing, and all the accomplishments you've had over the years. You should be proud. Now we will move on to the next. We're going to watch a video. Hopefully, we made our point that despite embracing the same main goal, CICE programs are diverse rather than uniform. We think it is just as important to understand that the students that enter those programs are diverse. We're going to watch a film by CICE graduate and a professional photographer, Owen.
And we all have something personal that we struggle with. And it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to not be okay. Talk about it. Write your own story. And never give up. Thank you for watching.
Sorry. Oh.
Years, I've made countless amount of videos explaining my autism in full. If I were to thank anybody for what I have accomplished so far, it would be the CICE program. They shaped me into the man I am today. And now it's time for the students of the program to express themselves and how they developed in the program. So, here we go.
When I started with this program, I was shy, unconfident, and had low self-esteem.
I felt nervous.
When I first came here, I was really shy, didn't talk to anyone.
My parents thought that I wouldn't be able to come to Sioux College because they thought that it would be too much for me. It actually was too much for me the first few months of Sioux College, because I didn't know the aspect and what was to come.
Before I came here to college, it was hard to make friends and even just talk to people as I was extremely shy.
The tutors have been very helpful.
I started in fitness and health promotion. It was good, but the program wasn't for me. I am now in justice studies. It has helped me to grow as in the person I am today.
The CIC program inspired me to think differently. It's like no other time in my life.
It allowed me to be able to adjust into new schedules. It allowed me to help plan ahead, make times and plans for myself.
Being in the CIC program, it gave me a lot of opportunities to make new friends and get over my shyness. And with the staff, they helped me out with work, and it brought me to this point where I'm in college and loving it.
It helped me realize my dreams and what I'm like as a person. Maria is my favorite tutor. She has helped me so much in this program, and I could not imagine this program without a Maria Catava. This program has helped me become confident, and I am so happy to be a part of it.
Every student has a different view on the CIC program on which way it can help them in life, and shows them that they're capable to come to college just like any other student that are in the mainstream.
Okay, so when I first started coming to Sioux College, I was very, very, very nervous. Coming into the school, coming into college, and when they said they did not tolerate bullying, holy cow, was I ever over the moon. And you are never judged at the esthetician spa, never ever.
The CIC program really motivated me and made me pursue film and martial arts. It's really an excellent program for people with challenges. I made the rush decision to go to Sioux College. When I applied to the CIC program, I met with Sarah Trotter, and she welcomed me with all open arms. 2 years later, I graduated with honors, followed by a scholarship. I met the most wonderful people who inspired me.
The CIC program has helped impact me by giving me the confidence to get my diploma, try new courses, and stay focused. As I was discouraged to even come to college, it was a hard but great experience, but a great opportunity to go into the CIC program. Things I liked most about CIC was the level of respect for one another, understanding, and openness of other classmates.
They really helped me overcome fearing to coming into the CIC program. The first week that I came to the college, I was really scared to go to classes because I didn't know what a college was going to be like for me. I was scared to do like all of my tests. I was scared that I would fail my tests. But I actually came out doing really good on them, so I'm really happy. The learning specialists at Sioux College have been a really big help for me. They've helped me with getting my homework done. They've helped me figure out where my classes are. And the learning specialists actually come to your classes with you, and they actually help you get like your work done if you need help.
The CICE program has helped me find what I want to do after college, which is voice acting. It'll help you in many ways that you wouldn't know.
I will admit I was nervous going to college because I thought it was going to be more the same.
This program has helped me with many challenges that I faced and became my favorite place to be.
And they have also helped me to become the man I am today.
Canada should offer people the ability who are differently able to get a diploma, not a certificate. Because people with disabilities work just as hard to receive a diploma.
I'm going to tell you a secret. Every year, many other talented students graduated from Sioux College, and if they can do it, so can you.
It's time to find yourself. Now who are you? Now who are you? Who are you? Find yourself. Love yourself.
Wow, what an inspiring video. Now moving on to our most exciting part of our day. And I thank everyone for being so patient and staying with us. I know we're a little bit over, 1 minute over, just another 5 more minutes. We're almost at the end. Now we are going to do wheels of names and draw some names to win some swags and prizes. So I'm going to ask our tech support, Janthony, to share her screen. We have gone ahead and added all the participants' names to the wheels of names. and we'll spin it right now.
Okay, guys, let's see. So we'll be choosing 5 people. Let's see for the first one. That is Mirjam. Mirjam, congratulations, Mirjam. You're the first winner.
We will contact you. If you can please leave, write your email or phone number in the chat, and we will contact you to arrange to get the prize out to you.
And that's Mirjam. And now going for the second round. Let's see. Emily. Second winner is Emily. Congratulations, Emily.
Thanks, Emily. Congratulations. Please put your phone number or your email address in the chat, and we will get the prize up to you.
Sarah.
Congratulations, Sarah.
Congratulations. And now for the fourth one. Oh, that's Mirjam again, but we'll spin it again since she already won.
Thank you, JJ.
And that's Stephen R.
We will do a couple more, JJ.
Yeah, one more?
Yeah.
Okay, and the last winner is Ursula. Congratulations, Ursula.
Congratulations to all of the winners.
Thank you.
Please type in your phone number or your email address in the chat. And you can use the reaction button to clap for all the winners.
We'll do one more spin. We have Mirjam has graciously given her prize away to someone else. So we get one more spin.
That's for Cindy,
Cindy
A. Congratulations, Cindy.
I will give mine away as well.
Oh, thank you, Cindy.
Okay.
So I guess we will draw another one.
And that's Sarah E.
So we have 2 Sarahs. So we have Sarah, and then we have Sarah
E. Okay.
All right.
Congratulations, all the winners.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move on to the final. JJ, can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna. So now we want to hear from you. It took a lot of Monica's and all the organizers a lot of time to put this together. We would love, this is our first time we ever hosted a virtual college fair. So we would love to hear from you. So Zainab, our tech support, is going to launch our poll. A screen will pop up, and if you can please answer those questions, and then we will be moving on to our closing remarks. Zainab, are you able to launch?
Yeah, it should be on the screen now.
Okay. And if you have anything else that you want to share and you're not able to put it in the our poll, we would love to hear from you. We will be giving you our email address just a little bit after this, and we will also put in the chat if you want to write to us. And yeah, we'll give it maybe another couple more minutes, and then we can move on.
Natasha, I see your comment there. We would absolutely love to discuss again. I think the team here is very excited about what we were able to accomplish this year, and I'm sure Monica and us, and we can all chat again for future collaborations.
And I think we can let the launch poll move, and then I can just move on to the next. All right, so we do have our virtual college fair webpage, which I'm going to show you a little bit. So I wanted to let you know that the following documents are uploaded, and you can visit. We will aim to get our recording, because the session was recorded, apart from the breakout rooms. We will aim to get that on the website soon. We will just need to edit, so we will require some time before we can put it on the website, but you should be able to check it out soon. But for now, the website includes the following. So individual college snapshots, which you saw earlier. And there's also a document that outlines resident tips and information, and information about the different virtual open houses the colleges are running or offering. And there's also a CICE cinema page with lots of videos and clips from the different colleges. We also have post-secondary programs that might suit you that are not CICE, but that might be of interest. And then also there is an intake a month page. And then there's also CICE success stories and our credit page. And I'm just gonna now show you.
So I have shared the link in the chat. So if anyone wants to copy and paste, you can also access it as well.
Yeah, and I'm just going to show you what the page looks like. Yeah, so this is our, like JJ mentioned, you can get the link in the chat, and all of the information is here, the snapshots, all of that is here. And final thoughts. And this college fair would not have been possible without the support from everyone, all the college representatives and the individual contributors. Owen, who we saw the video, and the contact information is listed here if you are interested in reaching out to Owen from Sioux College about the video that he created. We also have Deborah Smith, who is a parent, Elliot Smith, who came on today, Yvonne as well, another speaker, and Caitlin. And the organizational contributors, it's our director, Ritu Singaraya, Jay Anthony, our tech support, and Zainab, our tech and breakout room support, and the different college representatives. So we want to thank each and every one of you who took the time to, on your busy Saturday morning to be with us and provide very valuable information. I know that it was not enough time to be able to share, but hopefully all of you were able to gather and as much as you can about the different programs offered by all of these colleges. And I also wanted to thank Monica for her vision, for being able to come up with this vision and connecting with all the college representatives and working with us to be able to offer this a virtual college fair to all of you. On behalf of Community Living York South and all the college representatives, I thank all the future students and their parents for being such a marvelous audience today. And on behalf of Community Living, future students and parents, I thank all the college representatives once again for giving up part of their weekend to share their programs. And most especially on behalf of everyone, I thank the current and former CIEC students who showed us what students in graduate life is really like. As we come to an end, and the burning question is, does anyone here today plan to apply to a CICE program? So we want to hear from the future students. Feel free to put your responses in the chat, and we would love to hear from you and to see if our session was valuable and hopefully inspired you to be able to pursue post-secondary. If you do, yeah, you can feel free to type it in. And that's it, everyone. I hope all of you have a wonderful the rest of your afternoon. And thanks once again for joining us today. We do have our contact information. We will put it in the chat. Feel free to reach out to Monica and myself as well if you have any questions. Actually, sorry, the email is right here. So you can see, if you want to reach Monica, provide your feedback or any questions you might have. Her email address is CICE virtualcollegefair@gmail.com, or you can reach me at Community Living York South at SSHAUKAT@communitylivingyorksouth.ca. Thank you, everyone. And
I meant to shake it off the things to dry out. I'm going to shake it all out. No?
I'm sorry? Do we have any questions in that? I didn't get that. Apologize.
I think we're good. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much, everybody. It was nice to see everybody.
Thank you so much.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Bye. 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 Thank you for everything. It was a wonderful event.
Thanks, Velma.
Yeah, it was. Thank you to everyone who organized it and put this all together. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.